Hey, it's Juan for Pedals and Effects, and I'm here with Justin and Jonathan, and they're going to do a Fuzz Wars for Pedals and Effects. And here we go. What do we have?
What is battling? Fuzz Wars 10?
Yes,
9?
I think so. Wow. So what are we battling with today?
Let's see. We have the Spaceman Sputnik. It's a beautiful pedal. Beautiful looking, at least.
Germanium fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a pedal look this luxurious
I can't say I have either.
before. It's really incredible.
It's kind of like the Mercedes-Benz of fuzz pedals.
Mercedes-Benz from the 60s.
All right, it's a vintage Jaguar.
Amazing.
We'll call
That's a
it.
good
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. So here,
This is a Tarkin by Cogg Effects.
right.
It's a British company. A gentleman gave me this on tour in London last year, I guess it is last year now.
Yes.
2 months ago. And sounds great. We're going to get into that. Let's see. Fuzzrocious Heliotropic. The failure pedal. The failure tone pedal.
I think I've said this before, but I don't know a lot about Failure, just after that they were banned from LA. But they did have a lot of fuzz in their music.
I like kind of the sickest, fuzzy bass tones ever. And Greg's an old friend, and I don't know if you know, they're playing shows this year.
No.
Yeah, they're getting back together.
I heard the rumor. Weren't we just talking about it? We were saying, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. So they are.
They are.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. And then
what's this?
This is the Malekko DIABOLIK. It's, I guess, for lack of a better, it's my signature fuzz pedal.
Nice. Signature
Class.
through Malekko.
You got some class in here. This guy.
It's a little bit, the color palette. It's flipping the script a little bit from what's going on here on the left.
Finally.
But it's a little bit less dark and evil. But the other thing I will say, just as a little caveat to this test, is it's a little bit of a different sonic family than what we got going on with these other guys. But nevertheless, it's worth putting in the war to see what's cool.
Yeah.
So we always say that the people who figure out what pedal wins in the Fuzz Wars, and we don't ever really take a poll, but it's you. And when you listen to them and you hear us do it, like, you'll know what pedal like. I'm always surprised that it's never lopsided. It's always pretty across the board. Somebody likes one pedal over the other. So let's start off. What do you guys want to start off with? Do you want to start off with the Malekko?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, cool. So here's your...
Awesome. I always say throaty. It's a word that really, I think, describes certain pedals, fuzzes, filtering, and it just shoots that mid-range out, and it's just kind of like hacksaws you. I really love that about it, but it also has a lot more. There's a lot of overtone stuff that happens as you should let things sustain that I heard.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about it. I think is that sustain,
Nice.
that stony signal thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Wonderful.
All right, let's go into Failure Land with the Fuzzrocious.
Yeah, I think this one's a
here we
different.
go.
So let me ask you this: does it remind you of Failure?
Yeah, I guess it kind of does.
Okay.
It's really subby, creamy sounding, Big Muff-esque. Not quite, maybe as how Big Muffs, especially the Softtech era ones, they have a certain character in it that you can't quite put your finger on it. Like maybe there's something that doesn't quite do.
Right.
But it's like I could tell that, and like with heavy music, that would be insane sounding.
Yeah.
It's very explosive and dominating. It's cool. And this thing,
saturated.
yeah, really saturated.
Yeah.
This guy here, does something tonally that's kind of weird. It's almost as if like over here it's darker. Wait, was that what it was doing? Play for a second. This goes darker, and then when you go, it's interesting. So it's counterintuitive, but it's rad. And then when you go over here, it's that really strong upper mid slice thing.
Yeah. It seems like that seems real versatile. I mean,
I think so.
If you're into real saturated heavy stuff,
it's hard not to go stoner rock when
for sure.
you hit something like that.
For sure.
Yeah, like 80 BPM halftime, like whatever, 20-minute jam, whatever.
Wait, I think we've all jammed out at a 20-minute stoner jam. So the other one is called a Tarkin.
Tarkin,
yeah,
which I hope is named after Grand Moff Tarkin from Star Wars.
Sweet.
Yeah, nice.
That's great.
Pretty awesome, man. The unknown guy comes in and makes a statement.
Yeah. That seems like that'd be really usable in a band, like in the mix.
You got a blend control.
Really
Yeah, you got a blend and you got mids. And clearly identified, there you go. Those are the guys that are going to save you.
Mm-hmm.
Is you got to blend a little bit out. You want to hear more of the clean bass, and you're not cutting through. There's your guy. Not necessarily the tone control. Maybe more of this guy, more of this mid, and then the usual things that you would find, which is a tone control that's pretty flexible. It's got some interesting broad spectrum changes it can do.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's really, it's great.
Yeah.
So let's jump in the Jaguar.
All right.
All right.
Sputnik. Sputnik has landed. So just so you guys know, it's a limited run situation with Spaceman, and he's not like he can just go out and buy those. He does custom orders, but he makes just limited runs because a lot of the parts are dead stock. So he gets these old vintage knobs and puts them on pedals, and so you can't like make a bunch of them because he doesn't know how much he'll end up finding at these electronic stores.
So if you want one of these, you should jump on it. But again, I know that he sells them through his site, and they go pretty quickly. And as we saw the interior of them, they're pretty clean. It's a pretty clean thing. That's incredible.
And I think that's number 50 something of 100 or something.
Yeah, it's 50.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it's 91 of 99.
Oh, that's jeez.
So it's pretty limited. So but made in Portland, like the Malekko. And that's a whole other flavor. And so this engage switch, that really flipped the script and did something crazy.
Sure.
That sort of added this really insane sort of like self-oscillation character. And then when you were turning this knob that's inexplicably labeled calibrate, that did something else where I could change the pitch like a fuzz factory or something like that, old school. And then I think signal's just level and scan. Who knows? It's awesome though.
Yes.
That thing really bumped it up.
That bumped it up. Yeah. So, when it's down here, it says sync. When it's up here, it's drift. It's radical,
Yes.
That's something.
I think we have some 4 really pretty, I thought they were pretty different myself.
Yeah.
Now I like listening to it in this spectrum from here. And I do think though that like, yes, they all have their different uses. And so like, I think if you're a stoner rock dude, you're going to jump on that Fuzzrocious.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And if you're like a guy, like I loved Girls Against Boys, and I really think that they would love the Malekko DIABOLIK. I do, because it has that throaty, mid-rangey that it has its own place to sit in the mix. The Spaceman, Sputnik, you're going to do a lot with that, because there seems like there was a lot going on.
Yeah,
it was hard to track you dudes. I was like, wait, how are they getting that sound? I'll have to slow down the video.
It's cool though. Like it actually sounded in that family sort of like a Big Muff at certain times. Like we would stop and then I'd leave it for a second, and it sounded kind of reminiscent of some of these things. It wasn't as thick as these guys, especially the Fuzzrocious, which is really, really thick on the bottom.
Beefy. Yes.
Yeah. So, but it was like more experimental.
Yes.
Totally. And this one just seemed real musical. I mean, I figured it out could just kind of get you through most situations.
All right, cool, man. Thank you. Fuzz Wars, Pedals and Effects. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Jonathan.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.